Hey guys, I'm Andy,
And I'm Chris.
and today we're going to be discussing Oscars. Are about to be right around the corner, so we're going to be talking about our predictions, and then we'll get back to you guys with the reaction next week when they come out. But we want to talk about these movies. We haven't seen all of them. We've seen most of them pretty much, but not all of these movies we've seen. But we're just going to go through like the main categories, not every single one, and give some of our predictions. We just thought it'd be a fun video to get out.
Yeah, we're going to be going through supporting actor and actress, lead actor and actress, director and picture, the main categories that most people want to hear our predictions on, and we're going to go through them, and the first one we list is the one we think has the best likelihood of getting a nomination, and then we'll go through the rest of the categories. So we're going to start off with Best Supporting Actress, and who we think is going to most likely to get a nomination is Laura Dern for Marriage Story.
Yeah, definitely, and she had a good performance. And I think that Scarlett Johansson, well, actually Jennifer Lopez in Hustlers. This is a movie I didn't see, but it's getting a lot of buzz, and apparently she's good in it.
Yeah, it's getting a ton of buzz, and I could see her getting a nomination. And then you did see this movie. I have yet to see it, so you want to say our number 3?
Yeah, Florence Pugh and Little Women. I thought that this movie was great, and I thought that her performance was very powerful. So she'll definitely get a nom, and she had a great year with Midsommar and Little Women.
Yeah, and she was even in Fighting With My Family. She's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I forgot about that, and she'll be in Black Widow too. So
yeah, and then number 4 is Margot Robbie for Bombshell. Neither of us have seen this movie, but yet again, it got some noise at like the Golden Globes. I think she won, right?
Yeah, actually, I don't think she did. I think Laura Dern won, but she got the nom. But still, I haven't seen this, but yeah, she'll probably get nominated.
Yep.
And then last, Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit. This one is like a little shaky because we're predicting her in another category as well, but we'll see. I mean, the grandma from The Farewell, I don't remember her name, like Susan Chow, I think is what it is. She could get the 5th spot too, I think.
Yeah, she definitely could. So moving on to supporting actor, our number 1 most likely to get a nomination, and we think he'll win, is Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, for sure, and that's a great performance. I want to see Brad Pitt get up there and win the Oscar, even though our number 2 is Joe Pesci, and he was my favorite supporting performance. He was really good. I definitely think he will get a nom, and then also Al Pacino, our number 3. Those two are going to come as a pair, I think.
Yeah, I think that the 2 supporting guys from The Irishman definitely locks to get nominations.
Yeah, for sure.
And then number 4, neither of us have seen this movie, but there's no way they're going to leave Tom Hanks out for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of steam. Hopefully he gets the nom just because I like Tom Hanks, you know?
And then this is our surprise pick, number 5, Song Kang-ho for Parasite. He played the dad, and he was the best acting performance in that movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, him and the rich mom were very good in that movie, but just talking about him right now, I think that he might get this nom because I feel like Parasite is going to pick up a lot of stuff on Oscar morning, so I think they'll just throw him in there, like Roma last year.
Yep, I was going to mention they had 2 actors who weren't really on the radar, and they got nominations. That was surprising. So moving on to Best Lead Actress. Neither of us have seen this movie, but it's the overwhelming pick for number 1. Apparently she's almost a lock to win, and that is Renee Zellweger for her performance in Judy.
Yeah, and I have really no desire to see this. I never will, honestly. But it's kind of like last year with Glenn Close. I never saw The Wife. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, I never saw it either.
And I mean, she was the favorite too, and she never won it. So I'm hoping that happens. I mean, I like Renee Zellweger, but I liked Saoirse Ronan better in Little Women, and she's on our list as well. I thought that she gave a really good performance in that, and maybe even my favorite performance from her.
Yeah, coming in at number 2 for us is Scarlett Johansson in Marriage Story. Now, while we weren't that crazy about this movie, there's no denying she gave a great performance.
Yeah, it's nowhere near her best performance, but she's going to get the nom for sure.
And then number 3, like you mentioned earlier, is Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah, she's definitely in for sure. I want her to win.
And then we haven't seen the movies for 4 and 5, but Awkwafina, pretty likely to get a nomination, I'd say.
Yeah, she won the Golden Globe, I'm pretty sure. And that movie's picking up a lot of steam right now, and she's very popular, so I think she's going to get in there. And then Charlize Theron for Bombshell. Didn't see it, but I'm sure she's great in it. She's always really good, so she'll definitely be the 5 spot, I think.
Oh, yeah. And then this is a very competitive category this year. Best Lead Actor, and our number 1, who we think is most likely to get a nomination and win, is Joaquin Phoenix for his performance as Joker.
Yeah, for sure. He's a lock for a nom and pretty much going to get the win. I mean, he's a great actor, and that was a great performance, so it's deserving.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of giving out career awards, but if it's anyone that's going to do it, it's going to be Joaquin. He's been nominated multiple times, and the Academy will recognize him this year, I believe.
Yeah, for sure. So our number 2 was Adam Driver. He was really good in Marriage Story. I mean, he did a lot in that movie. He sang, he cried, he screamed.
Punched a hole in the wall.
Yeah, he did a lot, so he definitely is deserving for that one, I think.
And then coming at number 3 is Rick Dalton himself, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, what a great performance.
Yeah, they're not going to leave Leo out. He really carried that movie, him and Brad Pitt, their chemistry, so they can't leave one of them out, in my opinion.
Yeah, no way.
And then number 4, we kind of have a different opinion on this one. I personally think Robert De Niro will sneak in at the number 4 spot and get a nomination. What do you think?
I don't know about that because he hasn't got nominated anywhere else, so I don't think he will. I think Taron Egerton is definitely up there at number 4 for me. He's gotten a lot of steam for Rocketman, and I'm glad he did because that was a great movie.
He's actually my number 5. I definitely don't think they'll leave him out.
Yeah, I think the person who I would add instead of De Niro is either going to be. I think I would put Adam Sandler. Oh, actually, no, I take it back. I love Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems.
I would love to see him get a nomination.
It would be awesome, but Christian Bale, I think, is going to get it for Ford vs. Ferrari. Yeah. He gets nominated a lot, and it was a good performance to me.
They definitely could nominate Bale, but I don't know if they will because of the whole Bale-Damon, the way they both submitted for lead. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
yeah, he's picking up some steam, but we'll just see. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he did.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but. Our second to last category is Best Director, and coming in at number 1, he just won the Golden Globe for Screenplay, is Quentin Tarantino. I think that he has a really good shot of landing a nomination for director and possibly winning.
Yeah, the win might be a little shaky, but he definitely needs to get a nomination. It was a great movie from him, and he didn't get nominated for Django a couple years ago, so I think they'll give it to him for sure. Our number 2, he did win the Golden Globe for Best Director, Sam Mendes. He was really good for 1917. Like I said in our review, great choreography, I thought.
Yeah, and he really took you back to World War I. It felt like you were there. Very intense, great direction. And then number 3 is Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. He's getting a nomination, and he has a really good shot to win.
Yeah, I mean, if I was voting, I would pick him to win. As much as I love Tarantino, he's my favorite director, but I just thought that Bong Joon-ho did something really special with Parasite.
Oh yeah, and then number 4 is Martin Scorsese for The Irishman. Definitely. If you make a behemoth of a film like that, it's gonna get a ton of nominations. They're not gonna leave out the man who's behind it.
Yeah, he has a lot of respect in Hollywood, so he's gonna get that nom for sure.
Yeah, and then number 5, you want to introduce that one?
Yeah, so number 5, this might be a little controversial, but we both have Todd Phillips at the number 5 spot for Joker. I thought he did a great job in this movie.
He did, and like I said earlier, they're not going to leave someone out of the director category who was behind a film that made this much money, and just the conversations are still going in Joaquin's performance. Todd Phillips is going to get a nomination, I think.
Yeah, and of course, and if he doesn't get the nom at that 5th spot, I think that Greta Gerwig for Little Women, they were going to want to include a woman as well, which is always good. And I think that she did really good for that movie. So it's either going to be Todd Phillips or her, but I think Todd Phillips will edge her out.
Yeah, there's 4 locks for that category, though.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the big one, Best Picture. We have our number 1 prediction here as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It just won the Golden Globe for Best Musical Comedy, and I think that it will win Best Picture.
Yeah, I mean, I really do want it to win Best Picture. Like, what other movie? It's just the perfect movie to win for this year. I think it was a great movie. Tarantino did so good with it. But a number 2 pick for us is going to be Parasite. Once again, another great movie. It's going to win foreign. It will get the nom here. I don't think it will win, though.
Yeah, the reason I don't think it will win Best Picture, kind of like Roma last year, is a lot of voters will probably give the nod to it for foreign film, and they won't want to give it Best Picture as well. I don't know why people think like that, but that's just the way I think it's going to play out.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're right.
And then coming in at number 3, most likely to get a nomination, is Marriage Story. This movie's not getting left out.
Yeah, really overhyped, but I mean, it's gonna get a Best Picture nom. It's been everywhere, so I'm expecting to see that on the list.
Yeah, and then number 4, another Netflix movie, The Irishman. We've mentioned Martin Scorsese's epic, and this movie will definitely get a Best Picture nomination, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was a really good movie. It was a really good mob epic movie, so I wanted to get the nom. 1917, that would be the next movie on ours, and that one was, like, we just reviewed it, and it was a little underwhelming, but it did have a lot of good stuff in it, and definitely a Best Picture nomination, I can for sure say.
Oh yeah, the Academy is going to recognize this as one of the best films of the year, and it will definitely land a nomination. And then number 6, we've got Little Woman. I have not seen yet, but you have.
Yeah, I think it's a great movie. I think it will get a Best Picture nom. It would have made my top 10 if I would have saw it in 2019 for sure. So I think it'll be up there for sure.
And then number 7, we've got Joker. This movie, a lot of people say there's controversy around it, but I think it will just get recognized. It's a movie that everyone has seen and is still talking about to this day. I think it will get a nomination.
Yeah, and it's picking up a lot of steam at the right time, I think, for sure. Like, everybody loves Joaquin in that movie, pretty much. So he carries the movie, and honestly, it's a great movie. I think it should get a Best Picture.
It really is. I don't know why it wouldn't. And then these last 2 we're kind of uncertain of because anything could really land these last 2 spots, in my opinion. Yeah. But number 8, we went with Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be mad at this at all. It made my top 10, and the racing stuff was great. You had a great family story too with Christian Bale, which I think the Academy can really connect with.
Yeah, I think this is a blockbuster that a lot of people have seen, and it's a very relatable story, and you just want to cheer for Bale to win the race, and I think it will land a nomination.
Yeah, I do too.
So our last spot for Best Picture.
This is a movie that neither of us have seen, and probably never will. No offense. I mean, we love Taika Waititi, but Jojo Rabbit, I think, is going to get a Best Picture nom. It picked up a lot of steam at the award festivals. And I mean, it's going to probably get like some screenplay and supporting actors too. So I think they'll give it Best Picture as well.
Yeah, I think it will get a Best Picture nom. Maybe I'll check it out one day. It's not really on my radar right now. But if they do a 10th, I mean, they're not going to do 10. I think Knives Out could get in there, the 10th spot maybe.
Yeah, Knives Out, or really just that's all I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah.
Knives Out would be the only other one, but I don't think there's no way there's gonna be 10.
Yeah, I believe so. Well, if you guys like this video, be sure to hit the like button and comment your predictions down below. We will come back soon with a reaction video to the Oscar nominations, and we're gonna have more Oscar-related videos coming soon because it's one of our favorite times of the year. But if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean a lot to us. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.
See you guys.